So some people might say this is a stupid idea. It accomplishes nothing. And to them, I say, watch me get this kill, get this kill, get this kill, get this. So I have a problem. So if you've been around for a while, then you might know I'm not too bad at piano. I am, however, very bad at most games. So to fix my issue, I decided to use my piano to play the games better. Originally, my idea was to take the sound input of a keyboard and then turn that into notes based off of like what chords are being played or like what note is being played and all that. But that's too hard. So instead, I have this MIDI keyboard, and what I decided to do was, instead of directly taking the sound input, is we're gonna take the MIDI input from my MIDI keyboard and essentially just use that as a regular keyboard, but it's piano instead. So I'm realizing that I didn't actually really explain how any of this works at all. Basically, we're using a Python library. I forget what it's called. It's probably PyMIDI input or something like that. Whatever it's called, it'll be here. And basically, we are using that to take the input messages that are coming from the MIDI controller and then reading those as whatever we want to read them as. In this case, specifically, we're using it to read them as input for PyAutoGUI, which is sort of another Python library that allows us to interact with keyboard and mouse inputs. So I have a little demonstration here where I originally was trying to use the control knobs that are on the MIDI keyboard instead of just the buttons, and then I realized that I'm stupid and that doesn't work at all, for a very simple reason. The thing is, if you are paying attention, so a little quiz here, if you're paying attention to the output that you can see in the code, there's something going on. So when you turn one of the control knobs, it basically acts as a counter. It'll count, let's say if you turn it from 0 to 100, it's going to count every step from 0 to 100. And along with that, it only takes that input. So it'll only be doing that count from 0 to 100, and then after it finishes its count, then will it take the next instruction. You know, if I move all the way up to 100 and then decide once I get there I want to go all the way back to maybe 10, it's going to count all the way up to 100 and then go count back down to 10. And it acts the same way if I want to get keyboard input. So if I want to press the little piano notes, then it's going to have an issue where if I'm turning the knob, it's going to count all of the knob inputs and then start reading the keyboard input. When I put it like that, it's pretty obvious that that's a problem. So to solve it, there's a very easy solution. Basically, all of the mouse movements are going to be completely done with the keyboard notes, with these things. And as of now, I don't exactly know if I'm going to be able to make it like hold down and do a continuous movement. It's probably possible, but I'm also pretty lazy, so I'm probably not going to deal with that, which means most likely if I want to move the camera a certain degrees to the left, I'm going to have to just spam the camera movement button. So PyAutoGUI, like I said before, it doesn't give inputs the exact same way that an input is going to be read in like Apex or like Fortnite or something like that, a game in general. So what this means is that if I want to get inputs into the game from like, you know, my Python script, I'm going to have to use a more direct version. And so what I'm doing is essentially I'm using the codes for these inputs, which are like little hex values. I'll show a picture of them because it looks cool and it makes me look smart that I figured it out. In reality, all that I did was look up a tutorial and copy pasted all the code. Now here's the thing though, you don't know any of that. So, very smart, very cool. Unfortunately though, here is the difficult thing. It is a bit confusing. No, that's not even a difficult thing. I'm just saying stuff. I'm just making shit up. Check out my shirt. W shirt. So, I've got this camera up here, taking a look at, you know, me so you can see me when I'm yapping. And then we got this one that's is down here. And this is going to show my keyboard inputs. And then we also have, of course, the screen. So let's jump on it, join up a game. So we got a plan. We got this fancy, working keyboard. Most of all, we got brain power. So, fuck, down. We got brain power. Oh, he's level 17. This is so embarrassing. I'm actually kind of getting a bit more used to the controls. I think, like, honestly, if I had more precise control over the, like, camera movements, this wouldn't be as bad. But it's literally just the fact that why isn't it shooting? Why isn't it shooting? Why isn't it shooting? Oh my god. Dude, he's so low. I almost got it. He's so low. I am feeling like getting a kill though. That's what I'm feeling. Like that's one. So some notes from game 2 here. So here's the thing. If I just run directly up to people, then like there's nowhere they can go because they're just in my line of sight the entire time. Okay, that didn't work as well. I got a hit though. I did get a hit, which is more than last gun run. So now some people might say that this is you know what? No more surprises. I see a guy. I see 2 guys. They are about to get cooked. Shit, that's the wrong button. Shit, that's the wrong button. Okay. Next. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? It doesn't matter how I do for the rest of this game because I got a kill with this dumb stupid keyboard. So, at the end of the day, how do I rate this solution? No words can ever describe what I made today. I give it one big thumbs up with a half grin out of 10. See you next week.